Also in London this morning is a former executive for Rupert Murdoch's media company, journalist and talk radio host Nick Ferrari. Nick, good to talk with you again this morning. How is James Murdoch handling the questioning this morning?
Well, if his father got splattered by a custard pie, James today is being battered by the questioning. The British MPs are very angry, and they're very angry about one thing. They believe they've been misled, or in our language, they've been lied. They've had 4 months of other Murdoch executives coming forward, giving evidence that is totally contrary to what James has said.
In your estimation, does anyone believe that James Murdoch had no idea of this hacking?
It's getting a very small club if they do, Chris. And as they go through all the testimony from the other executives, he seems to get him boxed in a corner. Many people thought he'd come today with a different game plan. But what exactly can he say? He said he knows nothing. It's difficult to go back on that now.
Why was Rupert Murdoch not brought in for a second round of questioning? And it wasn't because of the pie incident the first time around, was it?
No, it's the belief that Rupert Murdoch, and I think this is acceptable, sits at a higher level in the company. James Murdoch, remember, runs the British end of it. He is the chief executive of British News International. Rupert Murdoch is across the whole of the world. He's in Australia, he's in the US, he's in the UK. The MPs were happy. They believed that they got what they needed from him. There was nothing more they required.
I want to ask you about this hacking scandal and what it has done to the integrity of the Murdoch name in Great Britain. How has the perception of this family now changed, this media conglomerate?
I would say that we might be seeing history in the making, literally behind me now. It is possibly the destruction of a dynasty that goes back to a couple of newspaper titles in Australia 60 years ago that Rupert inherited from his late father, Sir Keith, that he built into an extraordinary empire. From magazines to movies, from TV to newspaper titles, he had the lot. This guy, James, was meant to be the heir apparent, the son. Everybody accepted it. But now he's fighting not just for his political and professional life here, he's fighting for the opportunity to run the company.
Some of the new allegations that were brought forward yesterday by the former police officer Derek Webb, which we just saw in Charlie Daggett's piece a moment ago, about the claims that basically PIs were paid to spy on the royals and other celebrities. How are these new claims being treated? Is it just another shoe to drop, or is this causing outrage?
It is another shoe to drop. The biggest outrage here in Britain, you've got to go back about 4 or 5 months ago, Chris. This was when it was discovered that the News of the World had journalists or people, agents working for them, that were tuning into the messages of a missing schoolgirl who was subsequently found murdered. Now, it is thought that the police could have benefited from listening to that rather than journalists. It would be very hard to find a story that would cause that level of outrage. It just adds to a general picture of seediness.
Good. The bar was set very low there. Nick Ferrari, thank you very much. Good to talk with you here this morning.
Thank you.